Well, my name's Tom. As you know, like I'm a filmmaker. I work with New Wave Infinity, so like we're the collective in Melbourne. I'm sure you'll probably have them on in the future. I do like a little bit of graphics, things like that. I do lots of photography, and yeah, I just do pretty much everything media.
When did you start getting into these creative fields?
I started getting into this because I grew up in the country, so I was never offered like a film pathway. And I remember there were a lot of like older people in my town, and they were asking for like real estate videos, and I never thought film would be like a viable pathway. But when I started getting paid for it, I'm like, oh shit, like maybe I can make some money out of this. So yeah, that's kind of where it all began. And then when I moved to Melbourne, I started doing like music videos, making connections, and yeah, just snowballed from there.
Okay, and what was the small town you were at before?
I was at Malakuta.
Malakuta.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's ages away, like 1,000 people in the whole town.
Oh really? It's so small.
Yeah, it's incredibly small.
How do you feel when you're behind the camera?
Ooh, when I'm behind the camera, when I'm behind the camera, sometimes I go like tunnel vision. Yeah. Like for example, if I have like, you know, somebody in the, it's like all my like perception around me kind of just like goes numb, and I'm just like in that one moment. Okay. So I tend to just really like focus on what I'm kind of filming in that moment. So I guess for me, being behind the camera is kind of empowering, and it gives me like, it helps me concentrate.
Why do you think you have such a passion for photography and videography?
I love film and photography and just a lot of media, purely for the reason that you can bring any kind of conceptualization or idea to life. I guess I get a lot of satisfaction out of seeing my projects and even other people's projects that I'm directing kind of come to life.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah, transform from one.
Yeah, exactly.
But you moved to Melbourne, that's when you started taking it really seriously?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I would say that's probably where a lot of my client work started.
Yeah, and how did you get into that, coming from such a small town then?
So,
big city?
Yeah, kind of funny. So I knew like a lot of the New Wave members. From them, I met other artists. Yeah. And then it was kind of just like the grapevine. Yeah. You know, like you know one person, and then they know this other person, and then there's a rapper there. Yeah, and then I started working with them, and eventually people started messaging me. So. What's
your favorite thing to shoot? So do you like events, or do you like more music videos?
That is a good question. I like shooting everything, but I would have to say that I really love doing short films. They usually take like a long time to make, but seeing like that vision kind of pay off is nice. So I really like doing narrative work, but I also really love doing music videos and things like that. You can create all these, you know, awesome ideas and things and kind of condense them into like a 3-minute format. Yeah, right. So to me, music videos are like the perfect kind of combo between like narrative and, you know, everything else.
Yeah. So, what type of camera do you use?
I've been using predominantly the Sony camera, so that's the one that we're shooting on today. But I use the Sony A7 III.
Do you have a favorite camera that you love to shoot on? Is that it?
Well, I see it because I study with Swinburne, so I'm doing film and TV there. Yeah. And we get access to a lot of the bigger cameras, so like, you know, the proper film cameras. So I really love the red cameras, and I also love Aries. They're really fun to use. They're really expensive, so yeah, I love those cameras.
What makes a great video or photo? Is there anything specific that you find makes it?
Like projects with a strong vision, you can always tell because they'll stick in your mind, because you can tell people have put the work into it, and it just really shows.
That's some great advice. How do you think like having so many creative fields benefits your work?
I definitely believe in like you are what you surround yourself with. So I'm constantly like, for example, with you here today, like I'm just in my life, I'm surrounded by so many like creative people, like rappers, like artists, graphic designers, videographers, directors, cinematographers. The list goes on. But the fact is that I'm just surrounded by all these beautiful, talented people. And I think that in some way they've kind of shaped me into who I am today.
So tell me about New Wave Infinity.
Okay, so this is like a hard one to tackle, but so it's a creative collective comprised of a whole heap of different talents. So we have rappers, we have singers, we have, you know, musicians, we have videographers, we have, you know, directors, graphic artists, and we're kind of like this company that's, you know, mixed with music and media, and we kind of help each other out. But as like a simple term, if anybody knows Brockhampton, I like to think of it as like Brockhampton with also like a film department. Got like the musicians in the film department.
Sick.
It may be an easy way of remembering it, but who knows?
And how many of you are all there now?
Honestly, I don't know the exact number, but I would say probably like 13 of us.
13.
13 or something, yeah.
Yeah. What's so great about working with everyone?
Well, like I said before, I love being surrounded by just constant creative people around me. So I would say, I mean, one, for a start, they're all amazing people, and they're all amazingly talented, and everybody has their own strengths. Like, I'm great at film, but, you know, like, I have a certain style, whereas, like, if I look to one of my other filmmakers, like Rachel or Nick, they have their own styles, and they can, like, help incorporate that into mine. So, I guess I love just being able to work and collaborate with everyone, and kind of, everybody helps each other out.
It's great to have a little community in Melbourne, especially in a big
100%,
city.
yeah.
What's some advice you could give a photographer or videographer breaking into the industry right now?
I would say definitely be a people person. You have to be willing to meet people. You have to be friendly. You have to work well with other people. I know for me personally, coming from outside of Melbourne, I had no connections, and because I really wanted to hop on and just help other people out, that allowed me to open up, you know, my network, and it created all of these, you know, connections. And if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't even be here today. So like I wouldn't, so I guess definitely networking is key.
What's the biggest challenge that you've had to face coming into it? Is it trying to connect with people? Or?
I would say, there's definitely like a few challenges. When you're a freelance artist or you're a videographer trying to do your own work, it's definitely, you know, it can be struggle city. But it doesn't have to be. I'd say, you know, make a lot of friends. Make friends with like-minded people who are in the same boat or who are even just more experienced, and ask advice. Like, never be afraid to just ask for help. There's so many businesses, so many music artists in Melbourne. There's so much opportunity. So just grab it.
Creativity.
100%.
And what's the best project you've worked on in 2019?
Oh man, best project. So I did a documentary earlier in the year, and I went off the coast of Australia to I think one of our tallest lighthouses. And I did a documentary on one of the oldest lighthouse keepers there, who's been there, you know, for a long, long time. And it was just one of the most amazing experiences I've ever done. So for me, that was one of my first big documentaries. So I brought a small team of really awesome people over there.
What can we expect from you in 2020?
Okay. So in 2020, I really want to start pushing myself for more professionalism. I do a lot of freelance work, and I do kind of lower budget music videos and things like that. But I really want to step up this year and start making, you know, like narrative pieces, you know, high budget music videos. I kind of want to take it up that next step and just really push myself. So bigger ideas, you know, better equipment, bigger budget.
All exciting.
Yeah, it is very exciting. I'm very excited.
Great. I'm going to see what you're go.
Thank you.
It's going to be good. Let everyone know where they can find you.
So you can find me at Icarus.project, so that's my main page, and then at Kid_Icarus, my personal page.
There you go. Thanks everyone, and we'll be back next week with another interview. Stay tuned. We'll see you then.
Alright. Alright, you got it.